How to do a TikTok audit. So first of all, if you don't know what a TikTok audit is, let me tell you. A TikTok audit is essentially you checking out your account for anything that may be working well or not working well and doing a report on that. It's time when you're checking out your analytics. Looking at this data helps you determine whether or not you need to change up your content, how to increase your engagement rate, how to increase your views, and things like that. I've seen people do it a few different ways, but I recommend that you do it on a computer after downloading the Chrome extension vidIQ. I don't know what vidIQ is. It's basically a data analytics tool and it's super easy to use. The reason I like it for TikTok is because it will actually tell you the engagement rates you have on each video and you don't have to do the math yourself. Plus, it's free, which is nice. The first thing I like to check is my engagement rate, which vidIQ puts right below the videos. This helps me determine what kind of content my audience is engaging with the most and what kind of content my audience engages with the least. And that's super helpful because I know what kind of content is doing well with our community and what kind of content needs to go out the window. Another cool thing vidIQ does is it actually calculates your engagement rate for the entire channel as well. You can find that to the left of the likes on your profile. After I do this, I like to tab over to the analytics section. I look over the overview so I can see how my channel is doing as a whole, and then I skip to the content section. TikTok has a section called trending where you can see which videos on TikTok that you've posted have been interacted with the most over the last 7 days. After that, I like to look at my followers and see where they're from, make sure that they are my target audience, and then also it gives me information about what time that they tend to be online, which is super helpful for me because then I know when I can post. Now, you don't have to post when your audience is online necessarily, but TikTok is a platform that will first show your followers the kind of content you're creating, and if they engage with it, then it'll show it to a large audience, and etc., etc. So that's kind of how things go viral. And after I'm done looking at the big overview of things, I actually like to try to go through each and every video to see the specific video's analytics. There's a lot of great information here, but one of the biggest things that I love to look at is the retention rate. On one of my other videos, I talk more about the retention rate and how it will fluctuate based on the length of the video. But it's a good metric to look at to see where you're losing your audience if you are. For example, since this video is longer, I expect less people to reach this point. So if you're here, yay! Just due to normal attention spans. I'm still gonna make this a long video because I know that TikTok values longer forms of content and because I feel like this video has a lot of vital information for y'all. While I'm doing this and clicking on each and every video, I try to make sure that I've responded to any comments that I may have missed previously. Before I move forward to the next section, I also want to point out something else you can see by looking at specific videos. I have one of my videos here just so I can reference. But I always hear people say, how do I get to the For You page? Or put this on the For You page TikTok. I want to go viral. For this specific video, 96% of views were from the For You page and only 1% of my followers actually viewed it. So it's likely that you are on the For You page depending on your content. But is that necessarily a good thing? Well, you can look at it from two different ways. That video for me reached a lot of new people, but my followers who were following me for a specific type of content didn't really interact with it at all. Only 1% viewed it. So if my goal was to reach a new audience, I suppose that could be a little bit good, but I would actually argue that it's not that great because if my current audience didn't really like it and my current audience is my target audience, then my target audience is not really interacting with the video the way that I would like them to be. So anyone new who's interacting with the video may not be my target audience. If my goal is to create a community, that's not necessarily a good thing. It would be better if more of my target audience were viewing my video than just everyone for my specific goals. I kind of touched on that in one of my videos about going viral. And lastly, whenever I'm auditing my account, I like to audit my followers. So if you've made it this far, make sure you comment, give me a like, save this video, share it with a friend, because it's my goal to help as many people as possible with this information. So how to audit your followers. When you're auditing your followers, you want to be looking for potential bots or people who are bringing your engagement rate down. And once you identify them, you actually want to remove them from your following and possibly block them altogether. And that can be frustrating, especially if you have a smaller amount of followers and you're really looking to grow because you are going to be losing followers. And I know that doesn't sound good, but let me tell you why it is a good thing. Having a big number of followers is great, but only if they're actually your target audience. If your followers are not part of your target audience, then they're probably not going to be interacting with your videos because they don't care about what you're posting because they're not your target audience. Which means that whenever you create a video and TikTok pushes it out to your followers are not going to interact with it because they're not your target audience and they don't care what you're posting. And so therefore TikTok will think to itself. Oh my gosh, well, if their followers are not interacting with it, then we're not going to push it out to a bigger audience because they're not going to interact with it either. So if you're creating content and your followers aren't interacting with it, you're going to have a hard time getting more views, even if you're posting good content. So we need to get rid of these bad followers. Here's how you can identify them. You have two types of bad followers. One, which is a real person, and the other one, which is a bot. Here's how I identify bots. You don't want to do this process yourself. I can do it for you. Just shoot me an email or click the thing. But essentially, you want to go through everything one by one and try to look for accounts where the numbers don't make sense. So for example, you see an account and either it has no profile, it still says user 123456788. You check that profile out and you see that there's no videos posted, but they have 24 followers and they're following 8,000 people. So realistically, a person is most likely not going to be following that many people without posting any videos and having like 0 followers back. So that's a good indication that they might be a bot. But also, you'll notice that some of these bot accounts will be following the exact same people in the exact same order. So you have to actually click each and every one of these and determine for yourself whether or not it looks suspicious. I've even seen bot accounts now where they have a profile, a description, and a couple of videos. So you kind of have to use your discretion. When you remove these accounts, I promise your engagement rate overall is going to go up. And then you have the other kind of bad follower account, and that's the real person. So if you're a smaller creator, you should have a general idea about who is actually interacting with your videos, viewing them, commenting on them, and liking them, because you can actually see that. I don't expect you to memorize every single person, but if you have 8,000 followers and you're only getting 200 views, it might be a good idea to scrap some of those accounts that you're not really interacting with at all. And again, once you do this, you will see an increase in your engagement, even though you are losing followers. Anyway, I hope this video broke everything down for you in an easy way. Please hit the plus. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I'd be happy to help. Love, Loren. Bye.